everyone, and welcome to the Pip and Pin Podcast. My name is Megan Nodecker, and I am a knitwear designer from Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada. You can find me on Instagram as Pip and Pin and on Ravelry as Knit Pip and Pin. Today is November the 1st. My pumpkins are a day late, but I didn't want to waste them, so these are the pumpkins Georgia and I carved. You can't really see it, but mine has a cat and a moon and some stars, and Georgia did a creepy face, which she actually carved. She did a lot of it by herself. She did some of the teeth by herself, so that was pretty cool. I think that was her first time actually carving it. So, yeah. This is a knitting podcast. I don't have anything finished to show you, but I have some works in progress to talk about and some events coming up and things going on. The first time we're going to talk about Halloween because that happened yesterday. Usually I kind of save that stuff to the end, but Halloween was yesterday and it was really fun. Georgia and I dressed up. Justin did not, but he was our muggle because Georgia and I dressed up as witches. So we had matching capes and we had our little hats, and I did our makeup for the evening, which was really fun. We took her out trick-or-treating for a little while, which she always really enjoys. We went out a little bit later this year because Justin got home from work at 7. So we were probably out the door at 7:15. You know, he had to eat and change and do that stuff. So we were out the door at 7:15. And trick-or-treating is really done around here at 8-ish. So I'm just happy that she's, she got more than enough candy in that 45 minutes. She had lots of fun. What else happened? She went to school, which is really cute. And there was a kid dressed up as a T-Rex, so she really wanted to go and see the T-Rex and look at everybody's costumes. And then at the end of the day, they had this little costume parade where they all walked around in their costumes and they had treats. And I think she had a really, really fun day. And then she was also really excited because today at school was pajama day. So she got to wear her comfy clothes and her house coat. And she's like, it's like I get to dress up 2 days in a row. So that was our Halloween. It was fun. It was cute. I really love holidays with little kids. On the knitting side of things, there are some events coming up and some things happening right now. So if you go to the Pip and Pin group, you will see that there is a knit-along happening, and that is the Rainforest knit-along. This is a knit-along. How many times can I say knit-along in 30 seconds? This knit-along is for our new book, Rainforest Knits. So you can knit any of the 3 patterns, Kala, Noni, or Lena. And I've also included cat bells, the new cat bell sweater, as well as Mama, which I was wearing my Mama yesterday a little bit, and I really need to make another one. It's probably my most favorite thing to throw on. It's kind of just this oversized open front fingering weight cardigan, and I don't know, just where I live, I just really love having that style of thing, and I feel like I need another one. The one I have is light gray, so it kind of goes with everything, but I feel like I don't know what I need, but I think I need another one. And that's going on until December 31st, so all the way to the end of the year. I'll probably open up a finished objects thread in the next couple days here. They're all kind of sweaters, so I don't really expect anyone to be finished yet, but just so that it's up there in case anybody is. Then I have 2 chunk sews coming up. On November 9th, I will be at 88 Stitches from 11 to 4. And then on November 23rd, I'll be at Valley Yarn from 10 to 2. So I have those 2 things coming coming up in November the next couple weeks. I kind of had planned to do a giveaway this week, but I think there's one thing that hasn't quite come yet, so I think I'm gonna wait and do it next week so that everything's together and I can show you everything. So I'm not gonna do that this week. And I don't have any finished objects. Why am I even podcasting today? I have no finished objects. I'm not doing a giveaway. Oh, one more thing about Halloween that I forgot. Because I don't know. I'll probably just randomly remember things about Halloween today. For my costume, I mean, it was cold last night, but it wasn't super freezing. It was like 6. And clear and nice, and it was the perfect trick-or-treating weather, actually. But I wore some knitting with my costume. And I actually wore Justin's, I made him a Hitchcock sweater by Alexa Lindman from Tin Can Knits. And it's just a basic like raglan pullover, but he wanted it for adventuring in the wintertime. Like he wanted it for when he goes winter camping. So it's really like, it's an acrylic wool blend and just gray, worsted weight. It's really warm, really comfy. And he got me to knit it extra long and the sleeves extra long as well. So that like when he's out in the snow, he can actually like pull it down and cover everything. And then if he's just wearing it, he can kind of flip it up. Anyways, so I can actually pull that off as a tunic. So I had that with some black leggings. And it has these he wanted these ties on the front instead of buttons. So it was kind of like, I don't know, kind of went with my costume. So I was very cozy last night. Yeah, that was my random Halloween interlude. I do have works in progress, and I know I've talked about this a couple times already, but I've started capsule knitting, and I that's just what I call it. It's a thing that Sam from Hand Me My Knitting started doing back in the summer, and it's basically having 3 projects to work on and not starting anything else until those 3 projects are done. And usually I'm not too bad about finishing things and like not having too many whips on the go at one time. I just don't particularly like it, but I seriously cleared out every single whip that I had except for my northeasterly blanket, which I don't count. So I cleared out all my works in progress, and now I just have 3 things. And when those 3 things are done, then I'll cast on 3 more. So this first one, 2 of them are new, but I'll show you this one first. This is my kind of knit night, knit day thing that I've been working on. It's living in my Starlight Knitting Society bag that I got at Knit City. And this is a new design I'm working on. I did put some work on it. Would help if you actually saw the interesting part. And I did test it, so it looks like it's curling, but once it's blocked, because the gauge is so loose, once it's blocked, it will flatten out. I won't make it flatten out. Anyways, this is a new wrap design that I am working on. It uses Fiddly Dye Works Superwash Merino Worsted in the Harper colorway, which is this beautiful kind of taupey, browny, bits of black and orange, and I just love it. And I started using Progress Keepers again. This is something that I used to do when I podcasted. I would put a Progress Keeper in and switch it every time I podcasted so I could see how much I actually worked on it that week. And I forgot how much I liked doing it. But there, so that was pretty much just one session. So it's going really quickly. I'm using the size 8 needles, so it is, and really the only detail is this. It's reverse stockinette, so it's knit 1 row, purl 1 row. And yeah, it's very like, I mean, this pattern is very easy to memorize. So it's just something really easy and nice to work on while I'm chatting or kind of doing something else. I don't have to pay too much attention to it, but it's not super complicated. This one I do have to pay attention to. Oh, a little note in my project bag. Oh man, and I am all over the place. I haven't even told you what I'm wearing today. I wrote notes. I promise I wrote notes, and I'm not really following them. If you could tell. Let's put those over here. I don't even know. I guess I'll talk about this for a minute. This is a shawl that I finished last year, and it is the Fintry shawl by Knox Mountain Knit Co. I made it with Malabrigo Rios, and I can't remember the colorway name. Beautiful, beautiful, dark, kind of bluey red. I really like this shawl. The only thing that I wish I had done differently, nothing to do with the pattern. Pattern's fine. I just decided I was going to use bigger needles, and that was a mistake. After finishing my Courage shawl, I realized that I really like shawls with a little bit more structure. I've been wearing my Courage shawl a ton with that little shawl cuff that I have, also from Knox Mountain Knit Co. But I don't know. I thought I wanted something drapier, but I don't. So if I were to knit this again, which I might do because I really do love this shawl, I would use the recommended needle size and have it be just a little just have a little more strength. I don't know. Have it be a little sturdier. My favorite thing about this though is this little picot bind off. And my favorite thing about the bind off, because I'm like this, is all the little bumps line up with the different things. And I really appreciate that in patterns. It's something I try to put into my patterns. So when other designers do it, I also really appreciate that. Thanks for a great pattern, guys. I really like it. Back to works in progress. This guy is living in my Lone Larch bag, also from Knit City. And this one, it just lives on my coffee table. It's like this because it stands up, and this is my at-home project. I can't take this thing anywhere. I'm making the Underwing mitts by Erica Hauser. And this is my progress so far. So I'm working on the first one. And there's the back of it. And I didn't think that I liked color work until I started making these with this yarn. The yarn that I'm using is Lamana Coma, so it's a 100% wool. All the information you can find on the Ravelry project page. The colorways don't have names, they just have numbers. So this one's like an olivey green. Sometimes it looks, when I work on it at night, it looks brown, but it's definitely like olivey green, and then just a nice cream. And it's so soft, and I think the reason why I think I'm liking these so much is the yarn is just perfect for color work. It's so good. So I've done all the color work. I just have a little band at the top, and then I have to do the thumb. And then for the bottom part here, the bottom of the wings, you actually do like a duplicate stitch in something. I don't know what color I'm going to use for that yet, but I think it'll be something fun. I thought that it might be, this is on. I thought that it might be a little bit short on my hand because you just do 4 rows of twisted rib to finish it. But now that it's kind of on, I think because I've been wearing a pair of fingerless gloves that come up to like here, which are quite long. So I'm kind of getting used to that. But then I was thinking, well, I roll those, like if I'm actually doing something, I kind of roll them back a little bit. So this is probably going to end up the length of those ones rolled up. Anyways, I'm super excited. I've been working, I've been doing it two-handed. So when I'm working on my continental skills a little bit, and I think it's working really well. I'll do a little, you can see my floats. And I'm catching my floats, which is, I've never really done that before. I used to just like kind of twist them together. But now that I've figured out how to do it properly, I can now catch them as I'm doing them so that my arms don't get all twisted. So that's exciting. I've been learning lots with this project and I'm really enjoying it, but it's definitely, it's an at-home project. So I can't take it anywhere, which is good because the whole point of the capsule knitting thing is to have a variety of projects. So I have my kind of potato chippy, project that I can take somewhere while I'm talking, and kind of work on it. And then I have this, which is fingering weight. Have to like actually concentrate on this while I'm working on it. I can still watch TV, not watch TV. I listen to TV, but but I can have the TV on and like talk and still, be a part of the household kind of thing. But these just stay at home. And then my third project is my stockinette things. And at the moment, this is the project that I take pretty well everywhere with me. Oh my goodness, look, it just came out of my bag. This bag is the Finch bucket bag from Stitch Mischief. And I got this one at last year's Knit City. And it is the perfect sweater bag. I was planning on getting another one this year, and then I think I just kind of forgot. I do really want to get the pattern and make one. I should probably do that. Anyways, this is Justin's sweater. The sweater that he couldn't figure out what color he wanted. So this was the yarn we did end up finding. It's Drops Nord Mix in color 11. And I kind of have it in 2 dye lots, but I'm holding it double. So I'm holding 1 skein from each dye lot. And this is how far I've gotten. And it's all rolled up right now, but my goodness, what is happening? I mean, it's not really important to show you. It's a stockinette tube. I cast on the bottom. I'm doing it bottom up, or doing the body bottom up. And I did a crochet cast on for the bottom, because with bottom up sweaters especially, it's sometimes a little tricky to get the length right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the body, do all the increases, and then do the shaping, like actually do all the armhole shaping and blah, blah, blah. And then once that part's done, I'm going to block it, get him to try it on, wear it around the house for a while, and see kind of if the length is right. Because if not, now I can go back and take this out and add length if I need to, because I don't think I'd have to ever take out length, but if I need to add some length, then I can take this out, add some length, and then do the bottom cuff or bottom hem. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it that way. This is actually my second time getting about this far. The first time I cast on too many stitches. I guess my gauge swatch was off. And I also feel like, because this is an alpaca wool nylon yarn, and it feels very stretchy. It feels very elasticy and bouncy. So when he tried it on, there was a lot of extra fabric and about 40 stitches extra. So I did end up taking out 40, like I just started again. And I took out 40 stitches, and it seems like it's too small. But I mean, just even as he puts it on and it stretches out a little bit, I think it'll be okay. Like, it's not tight on him. I got him to try this on too. So it's not tight or anything. Oh, I dropped a couple stitches. And that's kind of what happens with his knitwear anyways, is it will stretch. It never stretches down. It'll stretch out and up. So it'll be good to have it a little bit tighter, because he doesn't like tight fitting things, but he likes fitted things. So if I was to make it with an inch or two of positive ease and then it stretches out to 6 inches, then it would be too baggy for him. So yeah, I think this is going to work. What else do I need to say about this? Not much. That's kind of it so far. I have some plans for it. I mean, this is going really quickly. Aside from whatever this is, it's been going very quickly, because it's just stockinette. It's kind of a DK-ish worsted-y kind of weight. I don't know. There's no pattern to this sweater. I'm just kind of making it up as I go, because I did make him I made him a field Henley last year, which he really likes. So I'm basically just making it the same as that, except DK. And since he's, here to try it on whenever I need him to, it makes kind of doing it on the fly very easy. So yeah. And that's it. Those are my 3 projects. Now, I'm kind of breaking the rules a little bit, only because I'm also still... Oh, yeah, one more thing about this. Since this yarn is inexpensive, it was, I think, $6 Canadian a skein. I'm going to enter this sweater in the budget knit along that Sam is holding from Hand Me My Knitting. So she's doing a knit along. I don't remember when it's until, well, I'll make sure to put the links to it down below. But basically using budget yarn. So I think she's kind of does she have 2 categories? No, I think it's all together. But any project really that uses over 50 grams of yarn and under a certain dollar amount, like I think it's $11 US per 100 grams, something like that. But just to show that, not everything has to be hand dyed and expensive, because this can be quite an expensive hobby. But there are inexpensive and affordable options out there. And yeah, this is definitely one of them. So I think I'm making Justin and George's sweater. And I guess it would have been, I don't know, I can't do math right now. My brain's not in that space. Not very expensive. That's how much. So yeah, I'm gonna, hopefully I'm sure I'll be able to meet the deadline for that, and I'm gonna enter into that knit along. And as I was saying, I am gonna cheat a little bit because I'm also partaking in the Grocery Girls Stock Bash knit along, and we are on month 11, and I've done every month up until now. So it's November the 1st, so I get to cast on another pair of socks. It was really weird for those 2 weeks that I didn't have socks on the needle. I went to the dentist and I took Georgia to the dentist and I didn't have any knitting with me because all I had on my needles was the new shawl I'm working on, but I'm alternating 3 skeins of yarn and I didn't want to bring that to the dentist. So I went to the dentist and didn't have a knitting project. It was super weird. Anyways, socks. So for November socks, they kind of do a theme every month, and this month's theme is gift knitting. And last time I was at 88 Stitches, I saw this. This is Cadius Socks Rainbow Socks in the Box. And it's 2 skeins of gradient yarn. So 2 50-gram skeins, and it's evenly split up. And you can see I have the top one there. And I just saw it and thought of someone right away. So I'm going to make a pair of gift socks. I'll probably cast those on today or something. And yeah, I'm very excited. I just really loved the colors. The colors just reminded me of person. I'm not going to say, I don't think they watch the podcast, but I don't want to say anyways. Even if they do, they probably know that these are for them. Anyways, this is a 75% wool, 25% polyamide. I haven't taken out of the box yet, and I'm not going to, but I'm sure they'll be on the needles next time. And then, yeah, so I have November, which is gift knits, and then December, which is scrappy socks. And then Sock Bash is done. It's just kind of cool. I started the year wanting to do every month, but I didn't really know if that was realistic or not because, I still have work knitting to do and all that. But no, I'm pretty pleased with myself that I managed to do it. I'm not going to do it again next year. Not to the same degree, not to say that I won't participate in certain months if I feel inspired or, cast on socks at the right time. But no, I'm not gonna commit myself to knitting a pair of socks a month again. Not next year anyways. I think that's it. Oh, no, I have one more thing. So I received some stuff in the mail that I wanted to share with you. This is from Sassy Strings Yarn Studio. Who's Tracy Joshua Morgan. And she's a yarn dyer from Alberta. Alberta? Yep, Alberta. I was right. And these are prize donations. So I'm going to be putting at least 2 of these together. I haven't quite decided what how I'm going to do the prizes for the Rainforest Knit Along yet. Probably closer to December, I'll actually make the packages and share what they're actually going to be. But these will be included. So she sent 3 skeins of yarn for giveaway prizes. So these are all on her basic sock base, which is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, 463 yards for 100 grams. And they're very lovely. I really they're very glowy. There's some yarn that kind of glows and this kind of glows. Well, that's my favorite thing. So there's this one, which is slate. It is a kind of bluey gray tonal yarn. There's this one, which is ruby, and it's kind of like a raspberry pink tonal. Also very lovely and glowy. And then there's this guy, which is vanilla cupcake, and it's a what color is this? It's a white base. with lots of really fun speckles. And I'm super tempted to like take it apart and look at it because it looks so interesting. There's just lots of like little patches of speckles. I think that will be a really interesting thing. And then she also sent, this is really cute. And she sent along these as well. And they're little color catchers. So they, you put it in there and it will trap all the loose dye and dirt and everything and suck it all up when you're blocking whatever it is that you're making. So thank you very much, Tracy. I appreciate this so much, and I'm so excited to put some giveaway stuff together and put the prize together for the knit along. That was so generous of you. So thank you very much. And I think that's it for today. Oh yeah, usually I have a little thing about life too, but I mean, really all that happened was Halloween in my mind, so. Oh, was it that last weekend? Yeah, I guess not. I guess a pretty like significant thing happened. Georgia went to Georgia, of course. I don't actually have a life. It's just Georgia. She went to Sparks Camp. And so she was gone for 2 nights. The guide camp is about 15 minutes away from our house, so that's super close and easy. And she had so much fun. The amount of work that the guiders do for these girls to have an amazing weekend it's phenomenal. Like they had spent the whole weekend doing crafts, and she tried archery. She said she didn't want to try it, but she did. She did try it. And they went tromping around in the forest, and it was all Halloween themed. So she came back with all of these Halloween crafts, and really, really, really fun weekend for her. And it was kind of a fun weekend for me and Justin too. We didn't really do much. We didn't go out or anything like that. We were invited out, but we just decided to be bums and stay home. And then on Saturday, it was really nice. Like this whole week has been kind of cold and clear and my favorite weather. So we went out, we just went to the river and went for a walk, and I don't know, had a nice time. And it was really nice to, like Georgia's had sleepovers and stuff before at grandparents and things, but this was her first time sleeping over, not with family. And she did really well. And yeah, the leaders said that she was totally fine and slept well and everything was good. There was no sadness or tears. I didn't expect there would be. She barely even says goodbye to me anymore. But I didn't think that she would have any issues, and she didn't. But it was really nice for Justin and I to, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it was like we were dating again almost, because we didn't date for very long before we had Georgia. I think we were only together. We were friends for a really long time, and then we started dating, and we only dated for about a year before we had Georgia. And it was really nice to just spend some time with Justin, not have any plans or commitments, and just like hang out together. So there was no like everything we did, going to the river and stuff, we do that kind of stuff with Georgia too, and it is fun, but it was different because like I didn't have to pack snacks or make sure that, there was just that no stress of like having to take care of somebody else. Justin and I are both grown-ups. If we're hungry, we can just leave and go eat something. And it was really nice to just be with Justin and not have, I mean, we still talk about her and think about her and, all that, but it was just nice to just be me and him for a couple days. And there was something else. No, there was nothing else. But yeah, so that was nice for us. We had a good weekend. She had a great, fun weekend. She came home, and what was really cool was on the drive home, because there's all the camp songs, and they all pretty much stay the same. Like, I don't think any of the guide camp songs have changed. So she came home and was singing all these camp songs that I sang when I was a Girl Guide. So that was really cute. And then I only remembered one. Well, like, I remembered the ones that she sang when she sang them to me, but I remembered one about black socks. So I sang that one to her, and she was really excited because they did sing that one, and she just forgot about it. So yeah, guide camp was fun. Weekend was fun. Home was fun. It's been a fun week. It's just been a fun, really good time. I feel like things have been good, which is nice. I hope you are also having goodness in your life. And if you're not, it comes around, right? Anyways, on that note, I'm going to leave you. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Gotta say it. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye.